welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Coming to you live from our downtown studio with breaking news. Good Morning Huntsville now celebrates its 200th episode of Putting Up With Me. Your host, Billy Cauthen. And Rob Hipp, my co-anchor.
I was just going to keep the camera. I was kind of happy. I didn't want to be on anymore.
Hey, man, you made me spin around and I was caught on my cord.
Does this sound echoey? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. You were cranked up way too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Rock and roll.
We didn't do it. It's just a number, so we didn't want to do anything super outrageous.
Well, I mean, just literally moments ago from our downtown studio, I was notified that this was a 200th episode, and we didn't prepare for anything.
Let's be honest.
So I'm like, hey, this would have been a great time for that balloon drop I've waited my entire life for.
Let's be honest. I didn't even think about it this morning. Kyle was the one who brought it up. I think, Kyle, did you mention it? Or Rick did. Rick Boning mentioned it this morning. So.
Rick is our off-site, whatever you call that engineer.
Yeah, he's a QA, quality assurance engineer.
He's the dumpling.
Oh, one of the fourth dumpling. We haven't had Garrick on in a while.
Woo.
What happened?
Some dummy made this coffee hot.
What is this cup?
It's my cup.
The National, hold on, what is this? Red Book.
Red Book.
No, the National, hold on, let's read this. The Red Book, the National Directory of Morticians Incorporated, global funeral business to business since 1936. App, web, paper.
That's for real deal, man. I'll pick on your stuff.
RedBookFuneralDirectory.com. How much is the annual membership to the Red Book?
It's mucho denarios. But it's what my industry uses. It's like our,
Okay.
I need a funeral home in Saginaw, Michigan. I just go to the Red Book. I go to Michigan, go to Saginaw. Oh, there it is. And bam, I got a true and trusted source.
Why is it true and trusted, though? I'm just curious.
They don't let just any dummy in the book.
How did you say? Here, Paradise, Fisher Family, Evans and Brown. There's 3 of them from Saginaw.
Okay, couple of questions.
Fisher, though, 5-star rating, 24 reviews, and 23 of those were paid for.
Oh, good. Yeah, see, that's great. Also, are they corporate owned? Are they family owned?
Well, you can kind of look at the building here.
What type of services do they offer for funeral home to funeral home? Because I don't need you to know what your chapel is.
There's one called Wakeman. I don't know if I'd want to go to that. Wake, man!
Wake!
Now, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Hey,
I'm not knocking.
hey, let me tell y'all what's great is when people from out of town call our funeral home and they ask to speak with Mr. Houston.
He ain't been around for a while.
Hang on, let me go get him.
Okay, Billy, we're not in the business. We're not going to show this, but that's definitely not corporate owned.
No, that window unit speaks volumes.
Yeah. That's up in the room up there. They got to keep it in a corner.
Hey, that's probably an old school family facility where someone actually lives there.
They probably do, yeah. I mean, they got a nice sign. Billy, we're looking at a photo here of a funeral home in Michigan. They do have a nice sign. It's curb appeal.
If that's what you call curb appeal.
All right, there you go.
Hey, people ask Jacqueline at church all the time, do y'all live at the funeral home?
Y'all don't, like at Sam Houston Memorial, is there?
No, there's a nice couch.
Because so the one in Georgetown, Gabriel's Funeral Chapel, really beautiful. In fact, that's where Rick Gardner used to. Richard Gardner, that who's married to Rebecca Robitas Gardner. You know Rebecca.
She was my college professor.
Your professor. So Rich was telling me, he goes, yeah, we have guys that live. They actually had an apartment at the funeral home, and it was upstairs.
Huntsville Funeral Home was that way, and our Willis location was that way until we remodeled.
Because there was always somebody that was on call, and and I asked him, I said, does he have a fire pole? He goes, nobody has stairs.
Well, think about it. I mean, something like my industry where you have to be able to be reached by telephone 24 hours a day, back before there were cell phones, there were challenges.
Yeah.
So, you hire some young geek straight out of school and say, hey, man, I'll pay you $200 a month, and here's your apartment you can stay in.
Sounds like the broadcasting industry nowadays. Hey, we'll pay you $50 a game, and I'll never forget. I won't like get into the details. This is years ago, and I was doing sales. This is why like marketers shouldn't be managers. There was this dude that said, if you go out and get a new client, I'll never forget, held it in front of me. I got a shiny new $20 bill. And I said, ooh, that'll really motivate me to get out there and make that sell. Whenever the package was like $1,500 and I'm getting 20, I don't think so.
Yes, I too went through that in a previous venture. If you can get 10 new clients in a week, we'll give you $10 in gas.
Yes.
Woohoo! Thanks, Mr. Pinto.
Hey, but you know what? The good word says do everything with joy. So, I can joyfully decline.
Yeah. I joyfully forgot to do it.
No, this was years ago. I'll never forget. I went home and told Bridget about it, and she just kind of started laughing. I said, yeah, wow, a crisp $20 bill. Now, don't get me wrong. Like $20 could go a long way, but for the amount of work that I would have to put into doing that, to only be given 20, give me a break, man.
All right, but think about it. If you got to do that amount of work anyhow, and you can get an extra 20 spot out of it.
No, well, I didn't believe in it anyway, so I didn't pursue it. I was like, this isn't even worth 20, much less 1,500.
Well, there you go. There you go. You'll never be motivated.
Well, hey, we want to welcome you in. It's Friday. It does sound like airy in here, doesn't it? Did that go away, or does it still sound that way?
It's our spacious studio renovation.
Yeah, it's something going on here this morning. It's the lighting. We fixed the lighting, by the way. Did you notice?
Hell, I didn't know we had a light.
No, it's not as red in here. Does it seem less red, Kyle? Less red on the screen? I tried to make it a little brighter because it's been pretty red lately.
You got a light bulb out up there.
Wait, Kyle's here. Kyle, can you do us a favor? Let's test this live on the air. Kyle, do you mind on these lights, these two right here? there's a button that says like warmth, not the brightness, but warmth. Do you see that? Yeah, temp. Change that back to 5,600.
It's already there.
It is? Yeah. It should be at 4,500.
Look at there. 45. Oh no, yeah. It's at 45.
Okay, change it. Let's see what happens.
Crank it to 10.
Yeah, what's it at now? See, that gets a little. That's 5,600. What didn't? You know what? It's actually the cameras. I changed it on the cameras. All right, yeah, go back to 45 there, Kyle. All right,
For you people that are just listening, this is a hootenanny.
All right, welcome in.
Imagine a deer in the headlights. That's pretty much what we're at.
We wanted to make it less interesting here on the 200th episode. We are here. It's 200 down. You know what? Here's the deal. It's not really 200 this morning. It was technically 200 like 3 episodes ago, but the numbering got messed up.
That's why you didn't do the balloon drop. Got it.
And we did that on purpose because we wanted to leave that margin for error so that we didn't really want to do it on episode 197, and then that also means that we didn't have to do it on episode 200. You get what I'm saying? Because we weren't really 100% sure which was the right one. And so if you're not 100% sure, just don't do it at all. What do you think, Billy? Is that good logic?
If you're digging for excuses, anyone you find works, I guess.
Yeah. We're here on a Friday. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. A dense fog advisory underway this morning until 9 a.m. As I was coming in this morning, I usually get up really early and take the kiddos, the children, to Tomorrow's Promise and also to our friend Cauthen. And man, when I was on the way this morning, it was okay in Elkins, but then as soon as, and on the highway, it was okay. You know, I don't know if the vehicles on the highway sometimes help disperse the fog. I don't know if that makes sense. But once I got on to 19, boy, it really got thick. And there was moments to where you really had to watch. I mean, you got to watch anyways, but you really had to watch coming down 19 because it was one of those deals where all of a sudden you just see headlights and you've got maybe 4 or 5 seconds to react, which isn't a lot of time when you're talking about driving. So as you're heading in this morning, please be really careful wherever you're at. This fog should lift, and we'll be on our way. About 61 degrees today is the forecast, but rain is back in the forecast. We had that, man, what was it, maybe 6 hours of sunshine yesterday, and that was it. The clouds returned.
I guess, I don't know, I got stuck inside working yesterday, so, you know, when it's raining and blowing sideways and there's cows flying by, I get to go out in it, but when it's beautiful and the birds are chirping, I'm stuck behind a computer.
There's a sign that says, Billy, get back in here. Yeah. It's nice outside.
Get in your cage.
Well, hey, we are here Friday. Big thank you to Paul Oley of the gallery. Paul, we love you, man. Appreciate all your support for providing this space. We wouldn't be able to be in this space without Paul and the support also of Elliot Herzlich at Elliot'sJewelers.com. We're working on something. We'll release it early next week with Elliot. Really excited about a Valentine's Day promotion that we're going to have and a Mother's Day opportunity. The Valentine's Day is going to be an opportunity for you to donate, a suggested donation, and receive a nice gift from Elliot's Jewelers, and in return for that, you'll receive a nice gift, and then those monies will be used to bless a nonprofit here in Huntsville. We're kind of calling that, in coordination with Valentine's Day, so we're looking forward to that, kind of like a share the love type deal. And then, or share the heart, I think is what we're going to officially call it. Michelle and I are going to be working on the logistics of that later today. And then coming up for Mother's Day, a really, really cool opportunity. And we'll let a little bit of the cat out of the bag. For children out there, for Mother's Day, if you want to design a piece of jewelry for your mom, we're going to have a contest to where children can design a piece of jewelry. And, they need to help the parents, and that's fine. But they will be able to design a piece of jewelry, draw a piece of jewelry, and we will have an online voting system on Hello Huntsville website and through social media. And the winner, Elliot said he will make that piece of jewelry for someone's mom. So it's going to be a really cool little Mother's Day giveaway courtesy of Elliot's Jewelers. So we'll have the details on both of those, but we're really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Elliot is so creative. You could literally draw anything, and he'll figure out how to turn that into jewelry.
Yeah, he's good.
So what I'm getting at is take a piece of notebook paper, draw like a really huge diamond.
Like
and then
the Hope Diamond or whatever?
No, I'm talking like huge diamond, like 20-carat diamond on a piece of notebook paper. Just give it to him, and he'll make it, and then there you go. There's your diamond.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, though. I mean, he's not going to make a diamond for you.
You don't make diamond?
He could. He cuts them, yeah. I thought he could magically turn a piece of notebook paper into a diamond. Not there yet, but it's coming.
Say, hey, man, microwave us up a diamond.
So we're going to have that on the
3
website.
3 minutes, remove the film, stir, replace film.
We'll have that up on the website soon, so you'll be able to partake in those. And like I said, Michelle and I are working out the logistics. We'll have all that launched early next week. So we're really looking forward to appreciate Elliot Herzig. And, of course, on a Friday, we would not be able to be here without our great friends from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life, our good friend Billy Cauthen here with us every Friday. Do us a favor, too, as you're waking up this morning. Can you do us a big favor? Hit the like button, share whatever social media feed that you're on, and share this broadcast as we continue to reach all the good happening here in Huntsville. Today, just Billy and I will keep you entertained.
I mean, just look at it this way. If you got to sit through listening to me for an hour, you might as well make your friends suffer, too.
Just let them on.
Yeah.
Billy, you didn't get a chance. Last night, let us in on this. We didn't get a chance to go. Just with the children and logistics, it's really, it's difficult. I usually get the babies in bed by 8 o'clock now. We're on this routine and this schedule. But yesterday, you were at a very important event last night, the Warrior Banquet. Can you let us know a little bit about how that went, how many folks were there? It's a great turnout every year and an awesome opportunity to bless veterans.
Shoot, there had to be 1,200 people there. That place was packed wall to wall. Like old Darcy's Furniture, wall to wall. They sell it all. But, no, it was great. The meal was great. The speakers were great. Unfortunately, I didn't get to Chad Prather, however.
Prather, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get to stay for him. I had, obligational emergencies I had to attend to. So, it was great. They the food was good. Matter of fact, me and Pete Sessions, we sat side by side. We're best friends now. I think we're playing golf this weekend. I'm not sure. I have to call him on his bat line, find out. He tripped one time, sitting down, grabbed me by the arm, thought he was going to dislocate my shoulder. So if there's a bruise, I could be rich.
Gosh. Well, I thought if you had a bruise on your elbow there, it's because y'all were sitting so close.
Oh, yeah, man. When people talk about, oh, you rubbing elbows with celebrities. No, me and Pete were elbow to elbow. I mean, we were, yeah.
Legitimately elbow to elbow. But there was a good turnout. A lot of folks were there, and I know that's such a great event, and they do that every year, and it's really awesome.
Yeah, and it's a super great cause, for all they do. They'll let anybody in just like we do in studio here.
Hey, I'm almost think Clay Talsworth in here, 0 Degree Candy, had him on yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. You know what? That door got him when he walked in. It got you pretty bad this morning.
Oh, yeah. They said don't let the doorknob split you or hit you where the good Lord split you. Yeah, that door, how come you ain't changed that yet?
Hey, $70. Here's what I was getting at. If anyone would like to sponsor, what do you call that, Billy?
That's a hydraulic door closer.
Billy knew it right off. If anyone would like to sponsor the hydraulic...
I was in the garage door business for 115 years before I decided to be a funeral director.
Those run like $60 or $70 at
the Home Depot. The Home Depot.
Billy, let's do something off the cusp here this morning. Since we're always off the cusp. Do you mind taking your headset off? I'm going to step around over here. We're going to show folks how this door, how it closes. Let's do this.
Oh, we're going to give a tutorial how a door works.
Well, this is very important this morning. We're going to show you this because there is a potential lawsuit. There could be a potential lawsuit here about how this door works. So let me. Which one are we on? We're on the double one here, Billy. Is that moving on my screen there?
Yeah, you're
all right.
moving.
All right, here we go. Okay, Billy, go ahead and show this door real quick. So, there's supposed to be 2 stages, right? Yeah, look at that first stage. Hold on, go into that again, Billy. Go. There's supposed to be 2 stages.
So, like you're walking through the door, you step in to say hi to Rob.
Boom. But look at the second stage, how slow it is. And you know that there's a. Do you realize that there's a button, and you know this, Billy, because this is your line of work. There is supposed to be little screws on there, right? That do that do the 2 stages, right?
Yes.
Well, I've looked for both of those screws and only found one.
Sir, I'm going to guess that closer is probably from the early to mid 1970s.
It's time to go.
So they didn't have to be ADA compliant back then and have all the sweep and shuts and close and.
Yeah, that thing looks like it, and it's leaking oil. I walked in here the other morning, had on one of my Hello Huntsville shirts, and it was raining, but it was a distinct drop. It wasn't like a wet drop. It looked
it looked different. And so I put my finger, and I was like, and I smelled it, and I was like, man, that's oil. I said, where did oil come from? And then I looked up, and I saw hydraulic oil dripping off of that screw up there. And, barely got it out.
When I was a young man in the door business, I took one of those down and replaced it with a new one, and I took it back to my little office with my brand new office chair, and I was determined I was going to figure out how those things worked on the inside. And somehow or another, when I pulled that arm, it shot hydraulic fluid all over that new office chair. And it was forever ruined.
Well, Kyle's telling us this morning it's not a Home Depot fix. That's a Grainger fix. Do we have a Grainger here in Huntsville?
No.
Conroe?
I don't shop in Conroe. I'm from
Well, by the
Huntsville.
time I drive over there, that's like $30 in gas. I wonder how much those run at Grainger. I'm not sure. Anyways, so we're going to get that fixed before we have a major
Able
lawsuit.
Glass and Mirror might possibly have one, too.
Maybe. Keep it local. Yeah. I don't know. We need to get that fixed because this morning when it hit Billy, I was like, great, there goes a lawsuit.
Yeah,
So-
between getting hit in the butt with the door and then Mr. Sessions on my shoulder, and I'm just not going to make it.
We do have some exciting news this morning. Rick said right here, I know a guy that fixes that sort of thing maybe for your 250th episode. Maybe we can have a special episode that day because we didn't have one this morning.
Hey, we could get all the dumplings together and fix the clothes.
We'll just have
Dumpling work day.
we'll have the dumpling work day. Forming a nonprofit 501c3 coming soon. It's called the Four Dumplings.
we ain't going to get nothing done.
Oh, I thought I had some other breaking news, and I forgot what it was, Billy. I will tell you today we're going back to giving away. We got a gift card today we're going to give away to Cafe Texan. We've got that keyword popping up here in just a few moments. And also, if you text in that keyword and you win, we're going to toss in 2 tickets to the Sam Houston men's basketball game, 4:30 tomorrow versus UTEP, University of Texas El Paso, coming to town. Is that right? UTEP, I believe it was.
I believe so.
And those are courtesy of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home and Greg Smith. Here's the breaking news. Today at noon, we got a special thing happening, Billy. What is it?
It's a dumpling luncheon.
It's a dumpling luncheon at Grand Buffet. Here's the deal. For any of you that...
I thought it was an egg roll eating contest.
No, it's going to be Grand Buffet, man. We had the contest. We were going to go on Friday. Kyle Kreiner won the contest. And the great news is, congratulations. Hold on. Well, there we go. Kyle Kreiner wins the contest. The great news for Kyle, though, is
Under contestment.
He has to go to work at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's not going to cost us a dime.
Thanks, Kyle.
So we appreciate that, Kyle. He's like, wow, how generous. I won a contest and I can't even go to it.
We'll send you a picture.
Yeah, we'll send you a picture. But here's the deal. Billy and I, now we can't pay for everybody. But here's what we would offer for any of you that are interested, for whatever reason that you're interested. Maybe today at noon, you say, you know what, I'm hungry. I'm going to go ahead and take lunch today at noon. Come over to Grand Buffet and hang out with us. Now, we can't buy your buffet. I'll tell you what, we'll cover the soda. We'll buy the soda water for you. No, I don't think you can split it up. I don't think you can split it. So here's the deal.
We'll buy the water for you.
Yeah, we'll buy the water
Water's
for you.
on us.
Water's on us. But seriously, though, if you want to come out.
There will be no silverware surcharge with us.
Come hang out with us today at noon at Grand Buffet. In all seriousness, we can't buy your buffet, but just come if you want to just come and hang out and have a good chat for an hour or so. Please come join us. We'll be over there around noon today. Does that work for your schedule, Billy?
Yeah.
So noon today, Grand Buffet, if you're available. Come hang out with us.
Depends if my boss is in the office.
Chew
the cud.
Chew the cud with us. But we'll be over at Grand Buffet at noon if you just want to come hang out. Rick Boning's going to be there. Greg said he'll buy the ice cream. There you go.
Oh, he's a gracious man.
Man, Greg, that ice cream is expensive too.
Yeah. Hey, is that a cone or a dish, Greg? Are you going all in, or where are we at?
I usually just get under the machine, just turn it on. You know what?
They frown on that now. Yeah. Apparently, it's unsanitary.
Well, it's while COVID started.
Oh,
it started at a buffet.
From Direct Gun and Ice Cream.
From Direct Gun and Ice Cream is how it started. But come on out there. Madison said she's trying to talk Chris into it. So today, maybe if you're hungry, again, we can't buy the buffet, but we can sure hang out with you. So come on, hang out with us at noon today, and we'll take a group photo and we'll show it next Friday on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
So we'll have a little bit of fun, but we want to invite you out today. Just come hang out with us on a Friday.
Yeah, you can come see how tall I am in real life.
Yeah, Billy's pretty tall. So,
Well, hey, a lot going on. Again, we're going to give away a $30 gift card to Cafe Texan a little bit later on the show. Those 2 Bearcat tickets, big thank you to Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home and Greg Smith for those.
Those are premium seats, man. Premium.
Those are the primo seats, right? They probably are. So.
I don't know.
You know what, though, in Johnson Coliseum?
I think they're Greg's regular seats, if I'm not mistaken, so they're probably pretty good.
If they are.
He's been a long-time supporter of Bearcat Athletics, so he's,
Greg, if those are your regular seats, those seats yesterday were on CBS Sports national broadcast, CBS Sportsnet, because I saw them sitting there behind the 2 announcers whenever they went to a commercial break. The only problem was, I can criticize.
There.
Second row midcourt. So those are the seats. I guess, I don't call the games anymore, so maybe I can criticize a little bit more now. But here's the deal.
Be nice.
I'm sitting here watching. No, I'm sitting here watching last night on CBS Sportsnet. All right. And I'll be honest, I only watched the first few minutes. And I was kind of conflicted because I like Coach Hooten a lot. So in a way, I was kind of rooting for him, but I was also rooting for Sam Houston. I'm always going to root for the Bearcats, but I was rooting for Coach Hooten as well.
I mean, it's somebody that we knew we had a personal relationship with. So, I mean, he's a friend.
And I still talk to Coach Hoot probably once a month. I shoot him a quick text. He'll shoot me one back, and we just check in. And he was a great guy. But so here's the deal. This is what I'm criticizing. You got a national broadcast on TV, and the first 5 minutes, all you see is the back of some guy's head over the three-point line. The camera angle is terrible, and here's the deal. Again, I'm just going to say it like this: like there needs to be fans on that other side, because all you see is the media row, and it makes it look empty. And that place was pretty packed last night. And I know that there's some ideas, and they're working on some things, but on a national broadcast perspective, in my opinion, that just was not a good image because your camera's right here. First, you got a guy's head in the shot for the first 5 minutes because everyone stands up at the beginning. Mm-hmm. But then secondly, all you see that media row, and you know what I'm talking about, right? The risers, but there's no fans on that side. But the thing is, if you flip to the back, and I know you can't put the cameras on the other side, but if you could, that place was pretty full. It was a good crowd last night. I'm not knocking it at all. I'm not saying that folks didn't show. Folks showed up. And there's been a lot more around the program over the last couple of years, obviously with the success of the program. That last year when Hooten was here and Chris Mudge has done a great job. But there was a lot of folks there last night. But from the national perspective broadcast, you wouldn't have been able to tell it. So that's what I'm getting at, and I know they're working on stuff, and I'm not criticizing administration, they do an excellent job, and they're working with what they have, but I'm not the only one that's voiced that. There's been a lot of people that have said that. And there you go. Greg said right there, we're putting courtside seats on the other side next year. And I think that needs to happen because when basketball, here's the deal. I think, and Ed even said, Ed was there last night. Ed said it would look, hey, Ed's on LinkedIn. We have our first LinkedIn comment coming in this morning.
Oh, on the 200th episode.
On the 200th episode. Ed, a good friend of mine, he is there in New Waverly. He said it would look so cool if fans were in that spot. And I'm so glad that they're doing that because it's just going to look better. What I'm getting at with a basketball facility, you can be someone that's not even remotely interested in basketball. I was talking to a coworker at church yesterday. He said, I'm not a fan of basketball. I don't like playing the sport. I don't like watching it. But I guarantee even him, if he had the chance to experience sitting on the court or close to it, it's going to change your whole perspective.
Yeah.
So the NBA had the development league. Now they call it the G League for Gatorade League, corporate sponsor. But the Austin Spurs used to be the Austin Toros. They're the D-League team of the San Antonio Spurs. And when I had my IT company, I talked to a guy, Alan Schlesinger. I found out that those courtside seats were only $100 a game in the D-League. And so we had a marketing budget with my IT company. And I said, you know what? But we bought those seats. I think we bought 4 seats, so it was $400, and we bought a home game package. So really, in the grand scheme of marketing, it wasn't that expensive, and we would give away those tickets to some of our clients, and we would do giveaways and things. So it was good advertising for us. But I took so many people to those games, and here's the deal: our seats were A1 and A2, literally row A, seat 1 and 2. What was cool about A1 and A2 was we were here. The bench was right here. So we were like, the bench was here was like the corner, right? Mm-hmm. We were sitting, so we got to know the players, the coaches, Coach McDonald, when he was there, Kim McDonald, got to know him real well. And people who had no passion for basketball said that they absolutely loved being at those games because they loved sitting down there in the court. It was the experience of being in the middle of it. And so that's what I'm getting at. I think when you create an environment that creates an experience for the fans, you got to think of the fans first. When you create that experience, then people start flooding in.
All right.
And I think that's what they're working on. So
takeaway here, fan first experience.
Yeah. So there you go. What was that, a 20-minute conversation to get there? Do you ever go to the games? Have you been to the basketball games?
I went when I was younger. I haven't gone as much as an adult, but no, always a good time.
And I will say, there is a good experience at the John. I'm not. Don't take
Greg
this the wrong way.
Their whole there's a friendship group type thing.
It's an experience.
They're all there. I mean, him, and I'll not name names, but there's a whole bunch of them. And, through the week, they're like, hey, you going, da-da-da-da. And then they talk about, the last week's game or whatever. So, yeah.
Well, when I was calling the games, at first I was like, I kind of got afraid. As COVID moved us. We used to be on that media side. And then they put us kind of up high, but right behind that box where everybody sits. And at first I was like, man, but then I started thinking, I was like, you know what? This is a privilege to even call these games. So I'm not going to complain. Put me wherever you need to put me. And I never did. I thought it was great. But here, I started to like where they used to have us there because we were right in the middle of those fans. And again, it all goes back to the word experience. And my whole point was last night when those cameras don't capture the full experience of that Coliseum. And I'm so glad to hear what Greg said, putting courtside seats. I think it's going to boost and it's going to make things great for everything. So don't mishear what I'm saying. I'm not knocking it or bashing it. It's just you got to work with what you have sometimes.
That's right.
Well, hey, Michelle's here. We'll have her on the show a little bit later. Michelle got a new chair, too, brought to you by the Brisketeer of Huntsville. Michelle, we'll ask you in a little bit, but start thinking about how that chair is, how comfortable it is, all right? So we're gonna get that. Big thanks to Kyle Kreiner.
For those of y'all that don't know, last Friday I noticed she was sitting in a inadequate.
Clay's taking it over now.
Yeah,
it's a lifetime.
It was a lifetime plastic folding chair. I said, you can't expect that young lady to sit over there and do a good job in a folding chair.
Productivity.
And of course, she's so nice and sweet. She's no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No, it's not.
She gets up, her legs half asleep, blood clot in the knee. No, it's perfectly fine. Let's show up.
When you sit in those chairs too long, you get up and they're stuck to the back of your leg. Yeah. It rips the skin off.
Yeah. One final comment before we take a break. I like what Ed said. Because he was there last night. He won some tickets from us. He said it has a nice vibe. He said I am not a basketball fan, and it kind of. He said, and it's kind of a hidden gem in Huntsville, and I agree with that. It is. It's a fun experience. So get out and support. The biggest thing is when you go out to any event like that, you're supporting student athletes, and it makes a world of difference when you show up to the football games, whether it's for Sam Houston or even Huntsville ISD or AOA. If you got an opportunity, get out there and support these student athletes.
I know we're about to go to break, but there's something that we got to talk about now, and we got to talk about it after, too.
Hold on. Is this breaking type news?
No, because your breaking news thing, I don't like it. We're going to work on that.
You don't like this?
Chili at the Lodge. No.
You don't like that?
No.
Well, what kind
It's not breaking news.
Well, it could be because it's...
It's like, hang on, here comes a second-rate entertainer.
All right, Chili at the Lodge.
Chili at the Lodge.
Are you a celebrity judge?
No.
You should be.
I'm a funeral home employee all day that day.
Are y'all doing the water, passing out the water?
No. I'm on call. I'm working my regular vocation.
Will you be so let me ask you this. If you're on call working, can you still go out to events?
Yes.
And then just like you're here, you have the radio. If something comes in, you got to go, right?
Yes. No, okay. I'll still. Yeah. I don't know. Most people that they know me, so they would understand that, it's half in, half out.
Do you go every year?
Yeah.
And do you buy the tasting kits and you do the whole shebang, or what? What is your favorite thing?
I show up and volunteer, and sometimes those tasting kits just magically appear. So I hope Miss Christian's not listening.
We'll tell her. She'll be back on and talk more.
I'm sure I'll be getting a whooping at the funeral home. So,
and by the way, we do have for Miss Garza for
we got
Savella.
the 3 tasting kits. So
they're in the back of the car. So I got to get those to Savella.
We're working on it. But no, hey, look, that's coming up next weekend. It's going to be awesome. Saturday, I think it starts about 8. Did you drop your toy?
I'm glad. That thing. I'm so tired of that thing. It's been 3 weeks now.
Look, I'm trying to be serious to y'all. Rain or shine, the chili event is still going on. If it rains, we're going to move all the chili cooks inside the lodge. If it does rain, the vendor market, probably not going to happen. But we're praying for good weather. If it is, we're going to have an awesome vendor market, amateur and professional chili cooks. I can't even talk. Professionals.
No, you said it. You put an R on it. Professional.
Yeah, it's like people that try to put an R in my last name, you know.
How do they get an R in your in Cauthen?
Cauthen.
Cauthen? Mm-hmm. I guess they've seen that before, so they think about that, right?
I guess.
Cauthen. Saturday, February the 3rd, vendor market, like Billy said,
starts at 9.
Starts at 9, but that chili tasting will get underway at 11. The kits are only $5. Free admission, but if you want to taste, $5.
Yeah, and that comes with multiple tasting, you know, so you're not just getting to taste one chili for that. You're going to get multiple. And there's a chance for you as an individual to vote on your favorite and stuff like that. So
awesome, man. Well, there you go.
It is for a super, super awesome cause. I mean, it really is. So come out, hang out with us. My wife's going to be there. Kids will be there. I'm sure you'll float in and out a little bit yourself.
Carla's asked, she's asked me to be a judge for that. And I don't know two shades of yesterday about how to judge food.
There is actually a gentleman from the International Chili Society that whenever you're a judge, they will take you into a room and explain to you everything, what you're looking for, stuff like that.
I just like how you said they take you into a room.
It's a room.
It's like this secret society.
It's a secret.
It's a secret tent.
No, it's actually a wing of the lodge where the judges go in before they go in, and you know they explain to you how the scoring process works because you don't know whose chili's whose. You know, you get a spoon and you go through there and you're testing. And
well, I was already going to hit up people for 20s and be like, hey, I'll say yours is really good if you slip me a 20.
I mean, you can still try that. It's just not going to benefit you or them at all. So,
when I think of this room, I think of it like with a little like caution tape or a warning sign. And it says authorized personnel only. And we need to talk to you. Come into this room, please. And then you get in there and it's this very serious. Those guys, they take it very serious, I bet. There's no joking around at these things.
You know, it's serious, but they're not. They're real laid back, and these are most of your professional chili cooks or retired people. They do this every weekend. But if I'm not mistaken, if they qualify here, it moves them on to the world chili cook-off. So
yeah. Carla said that whenever she came in on the show. She said that this isn't. They have different, I guess, categories of it. So you can have like the amateur, but they will have some of the most well-known chili cookers here in Huntsville that are coming. So this isn't your grandma's chili cook-off, let's be honest.
No.
Now, part of it is, but there's a very serious competitive part of it as well. So
even, there's a youth division, there's a amateur division, and then there's your professional. And then with that, there's several different types of chili that they do. You know, there's a regular chili, there's a home style, there's Texas, salsa verde, there's a bunch of them. So these guys they're going at it all weekend long.
I'm just sitting here looking. I'm trying to figure out how we've already been on for 40 minutes.
Hey, y'all, Rob said we're shutting it off at an hour today because of a smart comment I made.
We got to get to the I got to start getting ready for the grand buffet. You got to prep yourself.
I know. I might have to cut back on the breakfast tacos,
All right, we're going to take a break. Special giveaway today. And if we call you and you can't go to that game, we'll ask you. Just let us know, and we'll call somebody else. But $30 gift card coming your way to whoever we call at the end of the show on the randomizer. Also, 2 really awesome premium seats to the Bearcat basketball game. And it's a good atmosphere, a great opportunity to get out and have some fun. So 2 tickets provided by Greg Smith, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Here it is. All you got to do, text in Texan, along with your name, TEXAN. On the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. I chose Texan, obviously, because of Cafe Texan, but I just wanted to hear Billy say it one more time with the camera on him. Ready, Billy? What's that keyword?
Texan.
I don't know why I think that's funny.
I wish I got paid for this.
I don't know why I think that's funny, but
Me and Michelle are in the same boat.
All right, we'll take a break. We got more coming. Hey, Sally Hosey
Matter of
joining
fact,
us.
I pay for you to explode me like this.
Look, it's only in Huntsville. Sally Hosey, we love you. She said, "Good morning, hello Huntsville. Listening to y'all, and a bird is pecking at my window."
Yeah, he's trying to get to the speaker. Change the channel, do something.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. As always, our show's here brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home on a Friday. They are your hometown experts at Celebrating Life. Quick look at your national news. We'll have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back on the other side. Stay with us.
USA News, I'm Ryan Daniels. Texas is doubling down on the border as it grapples with the White House and the courts over who holds sway. Republican Governor Greg Abbott ordering the Texas National Guard to erect even more razor wire at crossing points near Eagle Pass. This after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled Texas had overstepped its authority in doing so, allowing federal agents to cut it down. The governor of Louisiana says,
"We stand with Governor Abbott and Texas in reminding the federal government that under our Constitution, states are still sovereign."
Governor Jeff Landry, in a video posted to X, said that his state supports legal immigration. Government data shows the U.S. economy grew more rapidly than expected in the last quarter of 2023. GDP, or gross domestic product, went up 3.3% year over year. Wall Street analysts had expected it would be 2%. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen argued Thursday, saying the economy is back on the right track. She says middle-class workers are leading the way.
The stronger middle class everywhere in the United States is key to building a more robust and resilient economy overall.
It is the nation's first execution using nitrogen hypoxia. Alabama carried it out last night. Kenneth Eugene Smith was on Alabama's death row for the murder of a woman back in 1988. Alabama tried and failed to execute Smith by lethal injection back in 2022. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders says it's time to bring big pharma CEOs forward for a public hearing. Sanders wants the CEOs of Johnson & Johnson and Merck to come before lawmakers and answer questions.
1 out of 4 Americans cannot afford the prescription drugs their doctors prescribe. And think about how crazy that is. Sick, go to the doctor, writes out a prescription, you can't afford it. That's crazy.
This is USA News.
Hey, here's a question. After you wear your clothes, you toss them in the washing machine, right? Nobody wants to wear dirty clothes. So how come you don't throw your shoes in the washing machine when they get dirty? I mean, come on. Your shoes are touching the filthy ground all day long. Gross. Well, with Skechers, you can. Because most Skechers are machine washable. That's right. Skechers are specially made so you can toss them right in the washing machine and keep them clean and looking new. And when they look new, you can confidently wear them longer. That's less shoes you're going to want to throw away, which means less waste. And it'll save you tons of dough. I love that. Plus, machine washable Skechers are for the whole family, men, women, and kids. So when your kids get their shoes dirty, and we know they will, just wash them. Brilliant. And even our latest technology, new hands-free Skechers slip-ins are washable. You just step right in and go without bending down or even touching your shoes. So give your Skechers the same treatment you give your clothes. Just toss them in the washing machine and keep them looking brand spanking new. Find machine washable Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear happens to be sold.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
818. Oh, man, thoughts of Grand Buffet are just, it's, you know.
Can you see the steam rising up from the tables? The little guy on the hibachi grill ringing the bell that your stuff's ready. You want a speed of Swiss ice speed?
Wait, do they have they say hibachi, but when I think of hibachi, I think of like where you sit there in front of them, but they don't have that one.
They got it. But you don't sit there and watch them. But it's, where the sushi line.
That's not real hibachi then.
It's not Benihana's, but it's a hibachi grill.
No, that's not Shogun. When I think of hibachi, I think of sitting around that little square.
Well, I tell you what, I know the guy that owns Grand Buffet. We'll drag you a stool up there and let homeboy entertain you.
Yeah, but does he do the little onions and with the oil go choo 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 choo?
It blows the horn.
Yeah, does he do all that?
No.
Well, that's not hibachi then. See, we talked earlier about the experience. There's no experience in that.
No, the experience is being able to get 4 plates.
All right, let's talk about this real quick. And those of you out there, please join us in this conversation. It's very important. And we'll get to some comments today that are coming in. We appreciate all of you. Let us know what's on your mind. Kind of a free flow Friday here on the show. Billy, how do you and our audience chime in as well? And if you don't go to a buffet, please don't go, I don't go to a buffet. This doesn't pertain to you. If you go to a buffet.
A buffet?
A buffet.
A buffet.
If you go to a buffet, whether it's Golden Corral.
Oh, I wish we still had a Golden Corral.
Or a pizza buffet, whatever. How do you approach the buffet line? And what I mean by that is, what is your thought process as you go to the buffet line? What is your thought process? If you're going to a pizza buffet, do you just get a couple of pieces or do you stack that as high as you can?
No, I'm a couple of pieces guy. But look, because I understand that I'm not the only one there. There's other people that need to eat. And my beef with pizza buffets is they got 85 pizzas out there, and it's, spam and salami pizza and barbecued chicken with herb-crusted sesame seeds, and there's 2 slices of pepperoni. I'm there for the pepperoni. I want pepperoni pizza. So, I don't want to be that guy that takes all of it, so I get the 1 slice and leave the other slice for somebody.
Okay, so if there's 2 pepperonis left and you got like 7 people behind you, are you the guy that goes ahead and gets both the pepperonis, or you just get one?
No, I don't want to be that guy.
You don't. You just get one. If there's 2 remaining and you got 7 people behind you, you only would get one, or would you get none?
I'm going to get one. I mean, I paid just as much as they did.
Yeah.
And Miss Judith Rodriguez that works with me, she can confirm this because we went to Tom Fuller's here not long ago, and that was the case.
So,
and then you just sit somewhere when they bring the fresh pizza out. You get up and you bite the masses to get another piece of pepperoni.
So, is the Atkins diet, is that still in? What is that? The low carb, like don't eat a lot of carb diet. No bread.
Sure.
So. I knew
Does
a young
it look
man.
like I'm participating?
Well, I'm sure not. I got this. This is one of those uncomfortable T-shirts where I have to keep going. Billy, there's something real quick before I lose my train of thought. Can you lift up your sleeve a little bit here? This is something else that Billy and I have going on.
Look at that.
You see that? That's pure Huntsville right there, baby. That's pure Huntsville right there.
That's why I don't carry a flashlight, man. I go in a dark room and just go, hang on. All right.
I've been holding this tan line for 39, almost 40 years this April. It's been working pretty well.
I used to wear shorts, and Rick Longnecker would call me Lantern Legs.
Well, go back to the Atkins diet. Here's the deal. There was this young man, and we used to go to CC's Pizza. And you remember, was there a CC's Pizza in Huntsville?
Yes, we had a CC's Pizza here.
I remember the jingles back in the day. CC's, I don't know. Michelle's shaking her head because here's another jingle. We talked about this on what was it, Wednesday, Michelle? We talked about this. We were doing a planning for a city project that we've been working on, and we were talking about jingles, and I don't know how. That's the only thing in life I can remember are jingles. CC's Pizza used to have a commercial. CC's Pizza, all you can eat for only $2.99. Kyle knows it, and as the years went on, all you can eat for only $4.99, and now it's like all you can eat for only $11.99. You know, but those were the commercials.
When we take our scouts to summer camp or stuff like that, we still plan our routes to where we can hit a CC's Pizza for lunch or dinner. True story.
So I mean, they were. Hey,
look, I'm old school Huntsville. I remember the Little Italy Pizza Buffet here in Huntsville.
Oh yeah, was that a gas station one?
No, it was pretty nice. It was where Sonic Management Building is now in Sam Houston.
Okay, look, just because
it was back then.
You know how we
that
do
they
on
had
this
plates
show.
stacked up, and they had one that had a sticker on the bottom. It was a KSAM sticker. And my mother would set me there, and I would look up and tell her which plate had the sticker on it so we could get a free buffet.
The golden days of radio back in the day.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Check this out, Billy. Let me get back over here. One day I'm going to teach Michelle all this producing stuff. We've got her executive producer.
There's nothing to it.
We've got her executive producer's table over there, as you can tell, Billy. It's an executive table, courtesy of IKEA several years ago. Michelle, we're going to get you taken care of, Michelle. You know, it's just terrible.
She's pretty much moved in. I noticed she's got a heater over there.
Yeah, I got a heater. Kyle brought her a executive chair. Here we go. Let's see if this will play.
Hey, are you bringing me a chair when I get my new office?
Yeah, we'll get you one. Here we go.
Don't bring me that Lifetime thing.
CC's Pizza, all you can eat for only $2.99.
Told you.
I like Alfredo pizza, still $2.99. And all the food is fine to eat, still $2.99. The best buffet that you can find. Alfredo pizza anytime. $1.99. All that mom and dad can eat for $2.99. CC's Pizza, the best pizza value anywhere.
10 area Oklahoma City locations.
Well, yeah, they charged you like a super cheap price.
Went to the intro video there. Hold on, Billy.
Are we starting over?
Yeah, we're starting over.
Good morning.
We're not starting over.
It's just like anywhere else. They charge you like a low price for that, and you're like, all right, man, I really want a drink. Yeah, it's $9.99.
Yeah, you know, you go into a place like a Golden Corral, and I've wondered this, and maybe somebody can fix this for me or figure it out. Isn't there like a minimum wage for servers only? Like if you just serve, it's like $2 an hour or $2.15 or something an hour. So does a place like Golden Corral, why do you have buffet food but I can't get my own drinks? It upsets me because I don't get super upset, but it frustrates me because I want to get up. If I can get up and get food at my own free will, why do I have to wait for somebody to bring me a drink when I want a refill of a beverage? The only thought process, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, is that they do that so they can get away with paying those people $2 something an hour. Do they pay them that, or do they pay them legitimate minimum wage? The only thing I can think of is maybe they're only paying them $2.15 an hour, and then they depend on the tips. And that's why when we go to Golden Corral, I always tip really well because that's got to be. You're not serving food. You're just serving a drink.
You need to call Miss Dolores at Wiesner. She could answer that.
Dolores, please let us know. So Dolores.
She listens, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Dolores, let us know.
She's not chiming in, so I don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't ever chime in. But Dolores.
That's Miss Ace's mama.
Dolores, if you're listening, call us sometime and chime in and let us know that you're listening. 936-339-0139.
We're worried about the Golden Corral business strategy.
Yeah.
Here in Huntsville, Texas, and we don't even have a location.
All right, so I'm going to go back to the Atkins diet 15 minutes later. Here's where I was getting at with the buffet with this. There was a young man that I knew that I'd get annoyed because he was on the Atkins diet, and this was going back to like wasting food, right? You said you don't want to hog it all up.
Mm-mm.
The Atkins diet, you don't eat the crust. This young man would take the pizza, and he'd go load his plate up, and then he would take, a fork, and he would scrape off all the toppings and then throw away all the crust. And one day I finally told him, he did this like 3 times. One day I finally told him, I said, why don't you just ask them to give you the toppings? Because you're wasting all of this bread.
It's okay to beat certain people up.
And he told me, I never thought of that. And so what did he do? He went and asked him. They go, oh yeah, we do that all the time for people that are on the Atkins diet. Been wasting pizza crusts forever. And all he had to do was ask him for the toppings, and he could have been fine.
Have you ever been to Incredible Pizza in Conroe?
I do not. Okay, hold on. Do you think that they would ever sponsor this show?
No.
Okay, I don't care for it.
I don't either, because that's where my hatred...
I lost a shoe in that place by the soda fountains.
Yeah, it's very sticky. Yeah. But that's where, like, every kid in there only wants pepperoni pizza. They either want cheese pizza or pepperoni. But you're bringing out a ham and cheese with sardine crusted whatever. Nobody's going to eat that. Cheese and pepperoni. They ought to be just coming off a conveyor belt, just one right after the other. Do you want a sardine and crusted?
Kyle, sardine stuffed
Kyle,
crust.
you're going to have to go sit outside.
Oh, goodness.
You're in timeout.
One final talk on this buffet, because this is a very important topic. I want to relate it now to the Grand Buffet here in Huntsville. This is the proper way that I think you approach Grand Buffet. How many of those boats are there? 4 of them, I think. You get your dessert one when you first walk in. Then you have 2 more, and then you have that back wall with the sushi.
The sushi and the hibachi?
And the hibachi. So is there 4 or is there 5? How many rows are there, including the sushi in the back? Is there 4 or 5?
Well, I mean, each deal is 2-sided.
Yeah.
So the boat's 2-sided, the other 2 steam tables are 2-sided, and
so there's 4 rows basically. Then 4 different tables. So 8.
There's 7 rows.
7 rows. Yeah.
Had to do Huntsville math.
But think about each of those tables is one thing, because they have plates. So here's how you approach the Grand Buffet. Do the dessert last. Let's be traditional. Just like you said the other day, Billy's a little traditional. So let's do the let's do the dessert last, okay? But you pick up 1 plate per row. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 plate per. So the first steamer, you get 1 plate. You load that up. You go back and eat it. You finish it. Then you get another plate. You eat that next steamer or row, whatever you want to call it. You put that plate away. Then you get the last one with the sushi and the hibachi.
No, you do not.
That's what I do. 4 plates.
That's wrong.
Why is that wrong?
It's just wrong.
And then you sample almost everything they have doing it that way. That's what I do. 1 plate per. We did that. Jason and I went over there. I mean, we pretty much did that,
I don't know what y'all did in Georgetown, but we don't do that stuff here.
Well, how do you approach the Grand Buffet?
I get my plate from the boat, and then I hit my first little thing, and I get the chicken and shrimp, the dice thing, and then I slide over to the other side, and I get my noodles and my broccoli beef, and then the General's chow chicken, and then I go back over and get my 2 egg rolls and my 2 crab puffs, and I get my little sweet and sour sauce. And then if I got room left, I put a little piece of chicken, and I go sit down.
Do you do that?
And Maria brings me an unsweet tea with a lemon and no spoon.
What if Maria's not there? You don't go in or what?
No.
Billy definitely has this Grand Buffet down. All right.
I go there every Thursday with Lions closed.
Billy's getting angry, man. I'm like, I didn't mean to offend you with the Grand Buffet. Sorry, Billy. All right. Well, that's how.
It's a legit deal.
Yeah. Quentin says this. Here, Quentin. See,
I'll take whatever Quentin says is word.
Quentin says salad first, then build a meal each round after the salad. Sit a minute, then attack the desserts.
Now, if you go for dinner, then you get the shrimp. You go and get just a plate of shrimp, and then come back, and then you share that with the people at your table.
Adrian Hunter, our good friend Adrian Hunter, Cabins of More Tech, says, I'm with Billy on that. 1 plate filled with my favorites.
Yeah.
But you go back for another plate?
Sometimes. I don't really on Thursday, but like if I'm there with my family for dinner, because, my wife and kids love it too.
Yeah.
then yeah, I might make a sec. Normally what I do is I do the first trip, I get the stuff I want, I set it on the table, I go back to the hibachi, and I put just small portions of what I want there and set it down, and I go back and eat my first plate, and about the time I'm done, he rings a little bell, and it's my turn. I go get my hibachi plate, and I eat that, and it's normally a much smaller portion because, I've already had a plate. And then, a little bit of ice cream and get out.
Don't forget the ice cream. It's important. That's right.
It's a Greg Smith tradition.
I will say this, too, one final comment on the whole buffet thing, because this has been a very good, very newsworthy discussion.
Yeah, we burned up a whole hour on it.
We did. The sushi there is really good. For like buffet sushi, it's not bad. And you got to do the can't even think. I always do it wasabi with the soy sauce. You have to do that. And you got to eat it with chopsticks. There's just something about wasabi on chopsticks that just makes it that much more intriguing.
Jason, what you know about using some chopsticks?
Jason's, yeah, I pulled them chopsticks out. Jason was about to stab me with a fork.
When I sit down, they give me chopsticks, but mine is normally silver. It's about 4 inches long, and it's got some 4 little pointy things on it. Yeah, and it works great. You literally just stab it into whatever you want, or you can scoop under it.
Yeah, I sometimes I'm a pincher.
Have you seen these old school mechanic hands here trying to with some chopsticks?
You just hold it like a pencil. That's all it is. Chopsticks, you hold them like
so
that.
Do you think people with better handwriting have better chopstick?
No, probably maybe. I never could.
What's that?
I could never. I just wanted to leave it open. No, maybe.
Yes, no, maybe.
I wanted to leave. Someone told me this.
I wanted to leave too, but I'm still here.
Well, no, I wanted one day I just wanted to leave. I couldn't figure out how to do it, and someone told me. They said just hold those things like a pencil, and that was revolutionary because no one ever explained. And the day that I held those like a pencil changed the world for me eating with chopsticks. Never again did I struggle with them. Just hold them like a pencil. There you go. We'll try it today when we go to Grand Buffet. So. Hey, want to remind you, noon today, come on out, join Billy and I at Grand Buffet. We'll be there. It depends on, I'm going to go for 4 plates. So I'll probably be there for about an hour and a half. But Billy will probably be there about an hour. He's only a 1-plater today. You're feeling probably 2 plates today, Billy.
I'm kind of feeling 2.
Yeah, 2-plater.
Yeah.
We need to make T-shirts that say 2-plater, 3-plater. We'll just which one are you, and we'll hand it to people.
We'll pass out little trophies.
All right, well, let's take one final break. We got your keyword.
The guy that we hauled out in the wheelbarrow got 6.
He's a 6-player. Gosh. All right, we'll take a break. Keyword Texan.
You need to take something.
Wait. Hold on, Billy. Billy, what's the keyword again? What's the keyword?
Texan.
Wait, that sounded like Georgetown.
I know, because I know what you were aiming at.
It didn't sound Huntsville.
Texan.
Hold on. Oh, man, hold on.
Well, I always got to hold on. Do y'all have to hold on when he's talking to you?
Yeah. Here for the 200th episode. It's a special.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
That's never going to go away from any intro video, by the way.
Well, I shouldn't.
Text in the keyword Texan. We got $30 coming your way. 2 tickets
we
to
actually
UTEP.
need to get a bunch of those made, and I can just autograph them.
You know what I'm going to do
Bucking for you, little Jenny.
Bucking for you.
Tommy.
Sissy. I actually blew that up. And big enough size that I'm going to get it as a wall cling, and I'm sticking it on that wall.
I need one for my new office.
Yeah, we'll get you one.
All right.
So I don't think the gentleman that I'm going to have to get permission from him from J.D. Dickinson.
Yeah.
You think he'd be all right with it or not?
Yeah, I bet we can get a hold of him.
All right, we'll get a hold of Mr. Dickinson and have him. Keyword Texan, one final time, along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line 936-339-0139. We'll have one final word from our sponsors. Billy and I will call the winner, wrap it up when we come back. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here.
Hey there, style enthusiasts. Rob Hipp here here, joined by Abby from the Color Bar. Abby, what's the buzz for the new year at the Color Bar?
Hey Rob, we're kicking off the year with a fresh vibe featuring luxurious products like Oribe and Kevin Murphy.
Quality all the way. And what's the special offer for our listeners?
For a limited time, book any color service at the Color Bar and receive a fantastic gift with purchase. Elevate your new year with a touch of luxury.
Well, that sounds irresistible. How can our listeners grab this offer?
Easy. Visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972 to book your appointment. Treat yourself to a fabulous new look and enjoy a special gift on us.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Color Bar, where luxury meets style. Visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972. Cheers to a fabulous new look in the new year.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce the upcoming addition of our third location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori. Contact us today at tpms.life. Third location on Veterans Memorial coming soon. Education you can trust.
All right, friends, wrapping it up here. 8:39 is the time. Whoa, hey. We got a guest in here in the house today. Michelle.
Where's the hand clap?
Michelle. Oh, yeah, hold on. Well, hold on. There's a lot of things that you have to do for even something so simple like a hand clap.
He just pushes and buttons all he does.
There we go. It's not very loud. There it is, though. Mm-hmm. Michelle, welcome in.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Everything rocking and rolling in your world?
Yes.
Last night, you were at the Bearcats game. And,
I was.
Your voice is very vindicative of
yes.
that. So.
Yes,
Is
indeed.
it vindicative or indicative? Indicative. What is vindicative? That's.
You don't want to know.
Your voice is very vindicative of that. It's indicative of that.
Yes.
Tell us about the game. How was it, Michelle?
It was great. The atmosphere was great. There was a lot of students, a lot of Bearcat alumni. It was awesome.
Cool.
It's a fun time.
Do you kind of agree, though, with what I was saying about, like, that other side over there? That should just be, like, people where people sit, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Mean?
Like, if you're on one side of the court, all it is like the media, and then those.
Oh, yeah.
It would just visually, I think, look better on a
Probably.
TV broadcast, yeah.
Perhaps.
Did a lot of students show up last night?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
any of them have the cutout heads of, like, the players and the coaches?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because they used to. There was one. My favorite was Coach Hooten when he was here. They had one of Coach Hooten, and they'd always shake it around. So it was like this huge head of Coach Hooten flying through the stands with the students.
Oh, I got so many ideas flying through my head right now.
Well, let him out, Billy. Except we can't talk about what you talked about during the break about, from Grand Buffet to what was that address? Truck rolling down in the barn.
Good times.
Let's just, because I don't want to like lead the audience on and leave them hanging. Let's just say that the conversation related with me saying something about 2 a.m. and you were like, "No, mine's within about an hour after I go there." And you figure out the rest, audience. Get the rest.
Bible study. Bible study. That's what we were talking about.
Get on down there and get the rest of it.
Yeah.
What was going through your head, Billy, when you said you had so many ideas about these kind of posters flying around in the stadium?
Well, I was just thinking I could get like a big blow-up head of me and then one of Greg, and then y'all could have like conversations like we're talking, just bouncing back and forth.
Okay. All right. We'll figure out. Who prints those?
I think you need to do this. Well, I'm trying, boys.
Who prints those things? I'm wondering.
I don't know.
I have no
You
idea.
a college girl? You supposed to know?
I don't know.
Hey,
I'm just a lonely funeral director trying to serve the people of Walker and surrounding counties.
I do know they put their sponsors behind them, though. So they'll have the picture in the front and then the sponsor in the back.
I don't have a sponsor.
Do you go to a lot of the basketball games, Michelle?
I need a sponsor.
I've been to a couple. I try to go to all of their home games. Sometimes my schedule just does not allow it, but I try my best.
Did this one feel like, was there a lot of energy
Yes.
there? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, there you go. All right, we're going to head over. Well, we're going to head over to the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. And hold on, the randomizer here is locked up. Billy was telling me to scroll it because it locked up. There we go. Okay. Hey, look at this. All right, let's head over. Let me get this phone line loaded. Michelle, I'm supposed to do all this stuff before we go on. You know, see, you got beeping noises and.
Hello, thanks for contacting.
Right.
Hello, Huntsville.
Yeah. All right, here we go, Michelle. Let's see who we got today.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello, yes?
Hi.
This is Michelle with Hello Huntsville. You're a winner this morning. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. I'm doing just fine.
That's awesome.
Who is this? Who do we have on the phone here?
You got HP Soundcraft, best DJ in town.
Oh, look at John Hightower, man. This tower ain't low. This is the high tower. The hour of, there used to be a show, John, back in the day from the Crystal Cathedral in California called The Hour of Power. And I thought of you, John. John Hightower with The Hour of Power. And that's what you get when you hire John to be your DJ. You get more than an hour of power. You get like 7 hours of power, right, John?
You get 6 hours, but I do the upcharge for any hour after that. For sure.
So 6.
Oh, but I'm sure it's just a nominal fee, right?
Nominal fee.
Nominal.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is an hour of power for sure. And I just have a quick thing to say real quick. There's 9 rows at Grand Buffet for sure.
Ah.
Okay? And what you do is you get your sushi on your first plate, then you get all your hot food on your second plate, and then after that, you get a few vegetables, and that last one, that's dessert. But for dessert, instead of getting like regular ice cream or something like that, I, for some reason, always get that broccoli salad. I just find that to be the best.
Well, are you able to come to Grand Buffet today at noon and show me all 9 rows?
I would love to. Unfortunately, I'm at work today, and I can't. I can't
All right.
do that.
Well, we'll have to pick up another time, I guess. Can you go to the basketball game this weekend?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 premium seats to the Bearcat game tomorrow at 4:30. Also, are you able to go to that game? First of all, if you can't, we'll graciously give those to someone else. But if you are, we'll include that with the gift card to Cafe Texan, John.
What day?
It's tomorrow, 4:30.
4:30. I don't think I'll be able to do that.
All right, well, we'll find someone else. Don't worry. So, but you do have
That'd be great.
You do have a $30 gift card, courtesy of almost said Cafe Texan, Cafe Texan.
And he makes fun of me,
So, $30 gift card, Cafe Texan coming your way, and we'll get that. The Cafe Texan.
Well, I haven't been there since it reopened. I'd love to do that.
Oh, you'll love it.
All right, John. Well, hey, we're going to see you here in a couple of weeks, I believe, too. So we'll chat with you a little more then, but we'll get you the gift card before then, man.
Sounds great.
All right, brother. Hey, what are you most thankful for about Huntsville, Texas?
Oh, about Huntsville, Texas?
Yep.
I'd say Life Advocate Gym, the new gym that came out in town on 14th Street. That changed my whole world.
I didn't even know that was there.
It's there.
What's it called?
It's where the old ProMark used to be. Life Advocate Fitness.
Life Advocate. Well, hello, Huntsville. We ain't doing our job, Michelle. That's why I got Michelle here. We didn't even know it was here. So there you go. All right, John. Well, hey, be blessed, man. We appreciate you, buddy. Be careful, and we'll link up with you soon, all right?
Sounds great.
All right, there he is. John Hightower. It ain't no low tower. He's a high tower.
Awesome.
The hour of power.
We're going to check this gym out that he's talking about.
Yeah, what was it called again? What did he say? Life? I already forgot. What did he say, Michelle? Learning RX. See,
it's on 14th Street.
I haven't been to Learning RX in a couple of weeks because the schedule's been crazy.
Yeah. We've had a busy schedule.
Yeah, Michelle, please, can you please tell people
You don't have to defend him.
No, we really have.
She's been with me, so she's got to witness it firsthand. Almost was going to offer her an opportunity to go get my children because and I was like, nah, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to make Michelle go get my children. But yeah, it's been crazy.
Been intense.
It's been whack. Is what we say. Whack, like crazy whack. So.
No, we don't say those type of words at the funeral home.
I didn't think so. Yeah, you make get whacked, but so you never know. Well, Billy, let's flip the script briefly because we do want to be
flipping a script.
We're flipping it. We do want to be serious, and we
I
always
just did
are.
it again. I just stepped on my cord and
That's all right.
scooted up in a chair and ripped my headset off.
That's all right, man. Those wires are only $100, so don't worry. Billy, though, in all seriousness, you are in a business to where you've got to be there for families during their times of need. You just mentioned you were at the Warrior Banquet and had a call, and that's what that line of work is about serving others. People obviously can't wait, and when you get that call, if you're the guy on call, you've got to get out there. Maybe, Billy, briefly, just a quick thought on when someone is going through a tough situation of losing somebody, what is one way that you guys comfort them?
Well, we actually have just an outstanding aftercare program, because when you lose someone, a lot of funeral homes, they come out and bring your loved one into their care and they do the little, okay, yeah, and then woohoo, they're done. Well, that doesn't help. Mm-mm. You still need professional assistance because whether you think you're okay or not, you still need to have someone there that could counsel you and maybe help you. And we have programs that do that. And, some days, and I've actually gone through it, for my losses, some days you just like, I didn't get nothing out of that. Then other days it's like, dang, that was right on point. I needed that today. That meant something to me. And it helps you transition through and understand that person is no longer with you, but it is okay. That, as a family, we're going to make it. We're going to be okay. So.
Well, that's what Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home does. They'll take care of you, and they will guide you through the process and the unfortunate event that you're having to deal with the loss of a loved one or a family member or a friend. Call on our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They truly are the hometown experts in celebrating life. Greg, Billy, the entire staff there. And I know I mentioned you guys because I know y'all too, but there's so many more folks that are behind the scenes that are working hard every day to make sure that you are taken care of. And I know it's a serious thing, and that's why we cut up and joke, but this is something that's very serious.
It is serious. We are locally owned. We all live, work, and worship here. We're the same crew that's been there 20 years. We did have one guy retire, and a lot of people think that we're under new management, we're under this, we're under that, and we're not. We're the same people serving you the same way we have since 2002.
Not a corporation, big company, just serving local communities right here in Huntsville, a couple of other locations, and that's something too. And I'm glad you mentioned, whenever you hear of something having multiple locations, sometimes you think, well, they're corporate owned. They're not corporate owned. This is a family business. Greg saw the need to serve other families in areas that were close to us as well because those needs are there. Mm-hmm. And the businesses, that's what the business is serving others and being there for people. But Huntsville is what we focus on here in this community. And give them a call. Go by and see him.
It's my favorite location.
It's my favorite too. So, with our favorite guy, Billy Cauthen here.
Yeah, I don't care for him, but the location's great.
Michelle, weekend plans. What do you got cooking?
We have you guys know of Empty Bowls at the Win Home?
No.
That fundraiser they do?
Oh, yes. Paul Oley told me about it. Yeah.
So the Leap Ambassadors created bowls last month. This month we get to color them, add color to them. That'll happen tomorrow in preparation for the event, which is happening in March.
Awesome.
So that's what I have planned.
Bowl coloring this
Bowl
weekend.
coloring. Yep.
I got big plans too.
What do you have planned?
Sheetrock.
Billy's big plans one time were like, well, I just can't wait to get home, put on my pajamas, and eat some Whataburger.
My pajama britches.
and eat some Whataburger.
And then that started a whole conversation on britches.
Yeah, that's how we got to there. We were talking about britches one day. Is it jeans or britches? Next week, the debate continues, jeans or britches, here on Good Morning Huntsville. Thank everybody for being out today. Kyle Kreiner, Jason Thompson, and Guardian Fence. Thank Jason, by the way, too. He's the one that provided those tickets to a lot of our studio audience, a lot of our audience that won during the week. So thank you to Guardian Defense. Some great pictures came back yesterday from many folks, and we appreciate the Thompson family very much. That'll wrap it up here. Episode 200 is in the books. We can move on. No more anxiety about can we get to 200. Now are we going to get to 1,000? Well, that's going to be a few years away, but yes, we will. We're not going anywhere. So,
is there a balloon drop at any point?
We'll have a balloon drop at 300. So I promise you at 300, we will have a balloon drop. And if you look at how many, there's like 20.
It won't be my day.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So we're looking at like 5 months from now. And if we're in January, so let's do February, March, April, May, June. Sometime in July, we'll hit episode 300.
If you'd start working the weekends, we could speed that up.
We could, but, I ain't going to. I always say get on down there and get the rest of it. I'm not getting the rest of it on the weekend. I'm leaving it alone. So, well, hey, that'll wrap it up. Thanks for being with us all week. Congratulations to our winners this week. Be back with us next week. We've got guests lining up all week. And if you want to be on the show as a nonprofit, you can do so. No charge. If you're a business and would like to amplify your business in the community, we do have a high level of engagement here, not just through the website, but through this show as well. And for a very small fee, your business can be featured. We also pair that with an article as well to highlight what you are doing in the community, as long as it doesn't conflict with any of our existing sponsors. We love you, Huntsville, as I end every broadcast, reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We truly do need each other. So provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. And by the way, if you're lost and you're looking for a place to be on Sunday, please join us at First Baptist, 9:30 Bible study, 10:45 service. Pastor Bay will get you out by noon. So we'd love to have you on Sunday. God bless you, Huntsville. We'll see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. A great weekend. We'll see you later.
Come to Chili at the Lodge.
Chili.